Type 2 diabetes, 17 key attributes of a lifestyle disease. Type 2 diabetes key attributes. If both of your parents are, or were diabetic, your risk of developing diabetes rises significantly. And the apparent reason for this is because of the genetic connection with your parents. However, diabetes, notably type 2 diabetes, is often referred to as a lifestyle disease, and so the genetic aspect plays a small part in its diagnosis. This is because your lifestyle increases the risk of you being diagnosed with the disease, whilst you can also avoid, and even reverse the disease, by significantly changing your lifestyle. In this second video in the series of The Secrets of Diabetes, you'll find out a lot more about type 2 diabetes, 17 key attributes of a lifestyle disease that's becoming more and more of a growing health problem. Before then, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to access other helpful videos, and then kindly click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. Here are those 17 key attributes of type 2 diabetes, the lifestyle disease. 1. Whilst genetic defects can contribute to increasing your risk of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, the overwhelming cause of type 2 diabetes is your lifestyle. 2. Behind this lifestyle disease is something that is known as the silent killer, chronic inflammation. 3. Chronic inflammation arises from your cellular health being out of balance as a consequence of the inflammatory nature of the food and drink that you consume. 4. Other triggers to add to the lifestyle mix include your sleeping patterns, physical and mental stress, and lack of sufficient water. But the main element driving chronic inflammation is your diet. 5. Whilst type 2 diabetes is commonly referred to as a lifestyle disease, it's just as accurate to refer to it as a modern-day disease, just like fibromyalgia is. 6. The reason why this may be a better term to use is because 100 years or so ago, type 2 diabetes was rare, and most people hadn't heard of it before. So, what's changed since then? 7. The increase in mass-produced manufactured processed food. 8. The natural nutrients, vitamins and minerals have more or less been replaced by colorings and flavorings which are nothing more than addictive sugars. 9. This is what's behind the chronic inflammation problem, driving diseases such as type 2 diabetes to increase and to show up in people at a much younger age than 20, 30, 50 or 100 years ago. 10. The lifestyle choices you make significantly contribute to whether or not you'll receive a type 2 diabetes diagnosis. 11. You could also call type 2 diabetes a life partner disease. 12. If you're diagnosed as diabetic and don't make certain changes to the way you live your life, you could be diabetic up until the day you die. 13. Diabetes is treatable. But this physical state is not anything that you should choose to live with. 14. In almost every case, a diagnosis of prediabetes happens before type 2 diabetes occurs. 15. This is because your blood sugar levels don't rise dramatically, in most cases, to the point that you go from sustained healthy levels to diabetic levels overnight. 16. Regular testing can reveal a slow and gradual increase in blood sugar, and this allows you to act quickly to keep prediabetes and diabetes out of your future. 17. This is done very simply, with a protocol proven to return blood sugar levels to a healthy range. Having identified these attributes of type 2 diabetes, how do you go about changing your lifestyle? Solutions to choosing a better lifestyle. Diabetes is a chronic disease. Nerve damage, kidney failure and vision problems that include blindness can all develop from diabetes. Those are obviously not things you look forward to in the future. It may be that health experts agree that type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease, and that you can simply choose a different and healthier lifestyle. But the underlying problem is that your cellular health is out of balance. That said, the two main components to change in your lifestyle to help start making an almost immediate impact to your well-being are: Number 1. Physical exercise. Regular physical activity helps to naturally expend energy. Don't worry. You don't have to run the Boston Marathon, swim, bike and run a triathlon, become an Olympic bodybuilder, and purchase an expensive gym membership. All you have to do is get up and get moving more than you're sitting and being inactive. That's really it as far as physical activity is concerned. Work 2.5 hours, 150 minutes, of physical activity into your week, which equates to 30 minutes each working day. Research shows that undertaking 15 separate 10-minute sessions of moderate to intense aerobic activity provides the same rewards as 5 physically active sessions that are 30 minutes each. So, just figure out some way to raise your heart rate through aerobic activity for a combined 2.5 hours each week. Number 2. Nutrition. Did you know that about 60% to 70% of your level of health and well-being is directly related to the foods and liquids you put into your body? As recently as the 1990s, it was believed that you inherited the greatest part of your physical fitness. We know now that nutrition has a greater influence on your overall mental and physical wellness than genetics. In other words, you can choose how well you want to be. Diabetes specialists will tell you that regular physical activity and healthy nutrition is an almost unbeatable combination for not only preventing diabetes, but also for reversing diabetes as well. So, the choice is yours. You can choose a diabetic lifestyle where you sit around a lot, don't get much physical activity, eat a lot of processed foods, and develop chronic health problems. Alternatively, you can choose to keep pre-diabetes and diabetes out of your life, or reverse those conditions if they've already developed. The lifestyle choice is yours, and the key to good health is well known. This is great news, because it means you have control over your health and well-being, and making simple changes in your life can lead to a healthy and happy you. In the next video, you'll find out if type 2 diabetes is dangerous. We hope you found this video, Type 2 Diabetes, 17 Key Attributes of a Lifestyle Disease, helpful and of interest. So please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, why not become an exclusive subscriber of this channel? By clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video, and then click the grey bell icon to ensure you get notified of when the next video is uploaded. Finally, if you'd like more information about the many aspects of diabetes for you or anyone you know who suffers with the disease, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen coming up. Thanks for watching.